growing up as a photographer shooting surfing in California, you know, who wouldn't have known who Tom Curren is? So I always knew Tom, you know, but then because he kind of became this elusive, you know, kind of guy that moved to France and, you know, he was off the radar. I mean, I don't think anybody got to see him free surf much. There was very limited film of Tom free surfing. The Tom Curren connection with making the first search film was almost like paved in just knowing each other since young. Now, it wasn't something like the thing about probably that first movie and all the movies we made, they just occurred. We kind of made these movies on a lot of investment of time. The real journey was to go to Africa, and that really the whole Africa idea, I think, was, you know, really brainchild by Derek Hind, because he had this affection with JBay. He knew what a phenomenal point wave it was. He knew that Tom was the master of the right-hand point. We went there for, I mean, over a month. We stayed in Africa. So, you know, there was one of those swells radared. We got there, I think, a couple days before. Tom was flying in, like, on the moment. We all knew that Tom was coming. And so we were like, you know, it was down there like, get your cameras greased and make sure they're working because the guy's gonna arrive and the waves are pumping. Like, it was, you know, the day before was good, but it wasn't as good as like the afternoon he showed up. We rolled on a, somebody just surfing to make sure it actually could shoot a surfing wave. Like some goofy footer dropped in and just did a bottom turn and kicked out, and we rolled on that, said, okay, it's rolling. And it was the next wave was Tom's first wave, a JBay paddling out. Paddled out, took off on his first wave, and rode it flawlessly on a board he'd never ridden. It takes a certain person surfing to flawlessly ride that wave. Tom's surfing is so flawless with his style that all that speed, power, flow, you know, his bottom turn, I mean, all that stuff was just like through the roof on one ride, first day he's ever surfed JBay. I don't think at the time that I quite felt like that was a turning point in surfing because of not being able to watch it back. So I mean, all those kind of moments that we captured without the digital age and, you know, the simple age of recording, you know, by hitting a red button, it's like a miracle that the moments that mattered actually got caught on the 2 or 3 minutes of movie film per roll. No one had ever seen a display of Tom Curren's free surfing until that turning point of the search and 5 years of exploration.
Because you move me, baby, don't you prove me Because you move me, baby, don't you prove me wrong this time, wrong this time, wrong this time. Because you move me, baby, don't you prove me wrong this time, wrong this time, wrong this time. Because you sometimes you just feel like you don't belong. If you did before, not anymore, but nothing's wrong. It's just how life moves on. I found my way back again, but then it might be all gone. Another story you can put into a song. Oh, try to put the road still on, just rolling through the motions. Sometimes you just feel like you don't belong. If you did before, not anymore, but nothing's wrong. It's just how life moves on. I found my way back again, but then it might be all gone. Another story you can put into a song. Oh, try to put the road still on, just rolling through the motions. I'm staying strong, I'm staying strong, staying strong, just rolling through the motions.
Lekker Dirk!
Yes!
Woo!
Ik moet even stoer van die ding op. Kijk eens stoer is op.
Dit is arm. Die rotste dag van sy lewe.
My spirit's away. Don't feel the shame.
Waar nou nog?
So
Watermaster!
many people,
Woehoe!
but somehow
Lekker
they
Dirk.
disappear.
Yes!
'Cause all that I touched, no more
Manne, man.
matters. But finally I can breathe. Open my eyes and see all of the beauty in front of me. Giving back all the energy that I never felt before. Beyond the lights of society that were killing me quietly, now I found myself a home out on my own, out on my own, out on my own, out on my own,
Thumbs up! Oh my god, nou het hy weer goed gevat.
Ja, hy was hier in die galley. Kom maar hoor. Ek het nog nooit 'n vis wat so inkom en dan ek moet direk die stoom van die ding op. Kyk die stoom hierso. Laat sy maar gaan nou. Ja!
Swart pile. August 13, 1961. The Cold War division of Berlin deepens, leading to an iconic symbol of the conflict. East Germany seals the border between the cities west and east to halt the flight of refugees. Days later, construction begins on the Berlin Wall, meant to serve as a permanent barrier. The wall falls nearly 3 decades later, as communism crumbles across Eastern Europe. 1926.
Esta revolución que es tu revolución.
Cuba's Fidel Castro was born on this day, although some sources say he was born a year later. Castro would establish the first communist state in the Western Hemisphere, challenging the United States during the Cold War and beyond. 1521. Spain makes a major conquest in North America. Hernando Cortez captures present-day Mexico City from the Aztec Indians. Spanish rule in Mexico lasts for the next 3 centuries. 1899. Alfred Hitchcock, director of silver screen thrillers, is born in London. Among his films, Psycho, North by Northwest, Vertigo, Rear Window, and The Birds. And 1995, in Dallas, Baseball Hall of Famer Mickey Mantle of the New York Yankees dies of liver cancer. He was 63 years old. Today in history, August 13th, Sandy Kozel, The Associated Press.